Okay guys, so I'm going to do a Christmas home tour, unplanned, so it's kind of a spur of the moment thing. So some things will be out of place, but that's okay. We all live in our homes. It's not going to be perfect all the time. Just give you a little view from the front door. Okay, so here, a little entry table. First of all, there's Marlena May and little Jack Daniel. These are some new chairs that I picked up off of Facebook Marketplace for $60 for two, and they had just been painted and got reupholstered with this lamb type material, very soft. Two of those on each side of my $40 hutch. So I just put my footstools I already had up to the two chairs. This is an Aldi's picture. It is reversible. Dreaming of a White Christmas. The back side says, "Oh holy night, all the stars are shining bright," or are brightly shining. It's kind of a glitter print. Thought that was very cute. There's that. The $40 hutch. I had removed the doors, all four doors. I did keep the doors in case I decide in the future that I want the doors on. So I did keep the doors. So I painted it, put some new hardware on. Hardware came from Hobby Lobby. And I put actually flooring on here, on here and my coffee table. The shelves are glass, and then up here I put some wallpaper. This was a box I had gotten at a lawn sale or a thrift store. I can't quite remember, but I do know I paid $5 for it because it was like a little suitcase and it was cute. It had a little winter scene on it, but it had a truck on it, one of those little red trucks. I'm not really into those anymore, so I just put some wallpaper on it, peel and stick wallpaper, and now I can use it all year round if I choose. Oh, I see it's peeling up a little bit, but nothing a little glue can't fix. So this is how I've got it all decorated. These books are all really old. I think one was from like 1950 or something like that. But they're just little books that I like to keep up high away from the grandbabies. My snowman stuff I've had forever. I actually had a lot of snowman stuff, and I've given quite a bit away over the past couple of years. My lamp is a Target lamp. Or no, this lamp was Amazon for $28, which I'm ashamed for spending that much money on it, but I do love it. Little ski. This snowman I got for $3 over the summer at a lawn sale. You can put a little light in it. The little mailbox I got from Big Lots before they went out of business. I think this was the lamp that I had gotten from Target. It was either 12 or $14. And I actually think it was definitely a better value than that one over there for 28. But I like them both, so there's something I'll keep for a really long time. And so I've just got a little white rug here. And of course, little Leo is upset because he's not the star of the show. Hi, Leo. Say hi. Hi, everybody. And then here we have my buffet. I've had this forever, but I actually just painted it not too long ago. And then I darkened up the top because it was like a light tan. Now it's more of a medium medium shade of brown. The table runner I had gotten from Hobby Lobby. I think it was like $12.99 or something like that. And I like to keep the stack of blankets on there because Leo likes to lay on there and get cozy. This bowl was a Walmart bowl over the summer. It's actually a planter, and I got it from the lawn and garden section, and I think it was like 12 bucks or something like that. And I got some cinnamon scented pine cones from Aldi's. I think they were $3.99. Then I got 2 star ornaments for a tree from Walmart, and those were like $2 and some change a piece. And I just put a little Hobby Lobby wreath in there with that, and I thought that just made a cute little festive bowl. Here we have my real house plant, and I just stuck a little berry pick in there from Hobby Lobby. There's my barn cat, Leo James. He's not a barn cat no more. He's very spoiled. Up here I just have the elf on the shelf with the reindeer and some grandbaby pics. And then a little vase. Here we have another deer head. And these are my Amazon pillow covers. I don't buy the whole pillow unless I really like it. I just get covers and then change them out. That came from Amazon. It was $17 a cover, so I only got 2. Usually I don't spend that much money on covers, but this is very good quality and it'll last me a long time, and it's velvet on the back side. Then of course here we have one of our Christmas trees. No trimmings on it yet. I think that I'm going to slice some oranges and dry them out and hang oranges on this. And then it's just sitting on an old crate, and then I have some of our stockings sitting underneath it. So this is the entryway. And there's the dogs just laying there, getting cozy. And behind these chairs, we just have 2 spotlights just to highlight the deer heads. And the spotlights came from Amazon, and I don't remember how much they were. They're just little spotlights. You can put them in your plants or hang them on the wall, whatever you would like. But I purchased them for that idea. So over here is my keeping room. I have been spending every weekend in this keeping room watching TV. These are my new Amazon chairs. They were just under $200 a piece. I actually had purchased 4 of them to make like a circled area for people to sit, so I could have like 4 people. But 4 of them, I was like, I really was shocked at the size of these chairs when I got them and started putting them together, that there was no room for 4 of them. So I only kept 2, and I actually sold the other 2. So that's what I did there. They're very, very comfortable. Actually, they were 100 or 200. I can't quite remember. I'd have to go back and look. If anybody's interested in these chairs, let me know and I'll look them up on Amazon. I think they were 100 a piece, actually. And then these are more of the pillow covers that I had gotten from Amazon. These ones were cheaper. I think they were like $7 for 2. And then the blankets were $11 on Amazon, and I have like 6 of the same blankets, but I've had them for a long time. And here we have my little coffee table and ottomans. My ottomans came from Aldi's for $14. If you haven't seen or checked out the Aisle of Shame, is what it's called, in Aldi's, you should, because you can get some good quality items for cheap. My coffee table was like $28 or something like that off of Amazon. I like to change my things out often. So I have a little glass one, black with glass, and that's in my shed. And maybe in the springtime I'll bring that out and put this one away. But here I've just got a little tray, and I think the tray was $10 from Hobby Lobby. I've got a little star topper for a Christmas tree on it, and some little Amazon picks, and just a cheap little candle inside one of these little candle holders. The black rug was $20 on Amazon. And the little white rug, I'm not sure, I can't remember how much that was, but that's also from Amazon. But I used to have that on my couch to cover the arms, and I have since then changed to a different color. So I can, I can still use them on my couch or use them as a rug. Doesn't really get dirty, so it's okay to put it on the floor down there, but I thought it just kind of added some color and a nice little pop. So over here, we have my TV area. So here I've just got a little collage of art that I have collected. So these two pieces of art, top and bottom, these were both from Aldi's, and I think they were $7.99 a piece. My swan picture was like maybe $7, and I got that from Amazon. There's my TV with just a little screensaver on it. Down here, this is, I believe, a Hobby Lobby, and Amazon. This one I got for $4 on clearance from Hobby Lobby. Here's my little planter that came from Walmart during Christmas. And then my little church, it's actually about 2 foot tall. That came from Tractor Supply maybe 3 years ago. And I don't remember what Ben paid for it. So that's my TV wall. Over here, I have this little bench. And this came from Aldi's. And I think I got it on clearance for $39. It's very nice. It's sturdy. But Leo James likes to scratch on this. And he hasn't ruined it by scratching on it, but I don't want it to come to that point. So for now, I just keep it covered. But he does like to lay here because that's the sliding glass doors on the other side. And he likes to lay there and look outside. So my curtains are from Amazon. And I don't remember what I paid. But I know they weren't cheap. Over here, I have an Amazon shelf. This shelf was like $20-something, which is an awesome deal because it's a really nice shelf. And I bought 2. I think it might have been like $24 or something like that. Something crazy cheap. But they're really tall. They're taller than me. So I have one out here and I have one in the boys' bathroom. So down here, I've got the cat that Ben's cousin Wayne had gotten me. Here I just have a Christmas book. A couple little reindeer and a candle. This precious little tiny lamp. Here's just... This is actually an ornament as well. It's got fake candy in it. Just some little things. And then this up here came from also Big Lots before they closed. Here we have my vintage Christmas tree, which was inspired by my grandmother and my grandfather's tree. And here I have it stuck inside a pedestal for a stand for an end table. So these trimmings, my grandma and Grandpa Buddy used to have a tree set up like this, but their tree was huge and it was real. But back in the day, they used to have plastic blow mold ornaments that looked like this. These are wooden ones that I had found on Amazon with some plastic candy canes. But she always put real candy canes on her tree, and us kids would just gobble them right up whenever we went over to visit. So I just wanted something that was a little bit remembrance of them. So that's why I did this tree, and I love it. And this is the second year doing that. So over here, we have another $20 Amazon rug. And we have this gorgeous house plant that is starting to grow. So I can actually put it up here along the mirror. And I just have that on it's a candle pedestal that I got from a lawn sale. I want to say that was $5. And then down here is a stand that I painted that I will pull up to these chairs if I want to eat supper over here. I'll just pull it up to the chairs and eat off it. Over here, I have my Walmart lamp. I believe this was $40, and I think Ben bought it for me, and that was a while ago. But I love it. It's just gorgeous. And it's sitting on an Amazon stand that I think was like $68. And it's got a nice little base to it. Just something different. And it's the perfect size for underneath my Aldi's mirror. And this mirror was from Aldi's, and I believe it was $49. And they actually still have some. They have this shape and they have a rounded one. And I liked this shape for out here. So here I just have my Christmas hat that I had gotten from Walmart, thinking, you know, maybe I would wear it on Christmas Eve or something, but then I decided to put it on top of my little light that I also got from Big Lots before they closed. And here's just a placemat from Christmas or Hobby Lobby. This print I got from a thrift store. I just thought it was a nice little fall scene on there. Then I got it layered with a mirror. And here, my flower pot had just came from the Christmas tree shop on clearance for $11. So I picked up 2 of those, a larger one that was 13 and this size for 11. And I just plopped my little fake Christmas tree in it. And Ben thought the tree was real and watered it today and spilled water all over because he thought it was fake. Or he thought it was real and it's not. And here I just put some more plastic candy canes on there that I picked up from Amazon. And up on top, Ben had made this thing to hold his deer skulls on, but he had it up and down with the heads on it, and I just turned it sideways to hang it up there. And then I went ahead and I put some sticks from Hobby Lobby on there that have was supposed to look like water drops or ice on it, and I just put those on there just to make it look a little less plain. And I love the whole setup on that wall. There's that wall, and there's Jack Daniel again. So I think that looks very pretty. And then over on this wall is a large Moody print that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. I do not remember how much it was, and I'm sure it was 50% off because I usually don't get their pictures of this size picture if they're not on sale. So, and that is this cozy little keeping room. And there's Leo James laying over on the little stool. So that's the keeping room. It's just a nice little cozy space. And this is actually supposed to be the dining room. But a dining room would be useless to us. Honestly, it would probably end up with laundry sitting on it, on the table. So, and we don't use a table. So this space over here is just a space that I always use. I actually always use it. So it's not a waste. And here, when we moved in, I had ordered this little chandelier, which I love, and I ordered that off of Amazon. And it's so pretty, the lines that it makes is just beautiful. So that's what that looks like. Now let's go over to the kitchen. Now the kitchen here, we have 2 little shelves at the end of the counter on both sides of the island. We are going to be redoing the island probably this winter. They don't really make it to really last a long time, I don't think. My cabinets still look very nice, but you can see here like some of the stain is coming off of the wood. They are real wood cabinets, but some of the stain is coming off of it, and I'll take a stain marker and go through once in a while and just touch it up. But this is how this is decorated. I just have some Hobby Lobby stuff stuck in an old crock. And then this was a thrift store Christmas cookbook. That's about it for that. Over here, we just have a little lantern in the window. here, we just have some more gingerbread stuff. All this gingerbread stuff came from Hobby Lobby. This little tree here lights up, but at the moment it's not working and I'm not sure what's going on with it. Over here we have a little lamp that either came from a lawn sale or a thrift store. And I have them sitting on a little sled. Salt, pepper shakers. And over here the utensils are just in a little red bucket. And that's the kitchen. For Christmas I have a little gingerbread dish mat. Here we've got a breakfast casserole that I made for supper. So it's tater tots, eggs, cheese, and ham. Then I made some banana bread. Over here really isn't anything except maybe a couple Christmas mugs. That's about it. Nothing special there. Here we have another shelf at the end where I just store water. And over here on the island, we just have a large house plant with a cozy little candle going. A little tray for cookies, a little Santa plate underneath it, on top of a little marble Lazy Susan. Then we have a little fruit bowl with some bananas and apples. That's those two areas. Dogs kind of just follow me all around. Over here at the end of the counter, I've got another little Hobby Lobby thing. Fresh Daily. And here in my hallway, I've got some pretty little ornaments. The real meaning of the season.
Well, it is what you meant. That's okay. Because they're really good at keeping this family's dirty little secrets in check. And only Virgin will know about this.
And across from that, we are in the boys' bathroom. So here's the other shelf that came from Amazon. Turn on some lights. A little toilet. This little candle came from Amazon. I thought that was pretty cute and funny because the bathroom is, you know, you'll see in a moment. The bathroom is meant to be funny. And you'll see when you see the artwork. That's an old razor, an old pill thing, and some old bottles. Old shoes, and then just some of the boys' toiletries. Then here I just have a lamp on a pedestal, cotton swabs, a candle. That's that, and then I hung an old mirror up. Then over here, these are some shelves that I made out of some old barn wood. And I just got some brackets off of Amazon. Remember to flush. Some Kung Fu Poo Fighter. And then over here, I had made this stand as well. Out of old barnwood. I made that photo thing. This used to actually be my noodle board to cover up a stove in my last house. And I didn't want it anymore, so I decided to turn it into a piece of art. And then here we have all of this other art. All is from Amazon. And I just bought some frames to put it in. But yeah, The bathroom's just, as you can see, it's just funny. So when our guests use this bathroom, they can just have a little chuckle while they're in here. And then we just have a mirror on the door. The curtain is an Amazon curtain, and I ordered it to go from floor to ceiling because I feel it makes your ceilings look taller if you take your curtains from floor to ceiling. Now my living room curtains are not like that because my dogs rub up against them, and I don't like them to get dirty. So that's the guest bathroom and our boys' bathroom. And the living room is behind me. A second living room is behind me, but I'm not going to show that right now. It's game day, and Ben is watching his game. Now we're going to turn into here. And this is the living room. This is our main living room. So we have a living room, a keeping room, which is my little sitting room. This space is what I call my keeping room. It's actually a room that back in the olden days they called a keeping room, and it was a place to keep your guest or family while you were cooking in the kitchen and they could be close. So that's what that is. Okay, so over here is our main living room. And then the other living room is actually the man cave. And here's our main Christmas tree. It looks better in person, for sure. It doesn't look so good on camera. These are just little wooden, I don't know, like I got them out of the craft section and then I just painted them to kind of look like faux Mackenzie Child. Hang that back up there. And then all the other trimmings on it are all Hobby Lobby. So my couch, I used to have the white fluffy things on it, and I just recently changed it to tan because it's less wear and tear on it and less washing because it shows less dirt. But I still like white better. So I just have some pillows on here that kind of are good for the winter holidays. And I have 2 new rocking chairs, new to me, not new, but new to me rocking chairs. $25 and $30 I paid for these rocking chairs. They got the cane on the seats. And this one is just a little bit different. This one has spindles on the back, but cane on the butt part. They're in perfect condition, and I like to change my chairs out often, as you probably know if you watch my YouTube videos. So I don't like to spend a lot of money on them. Here we just have a little end table, my matching end tables. With the sides that fold up on both sides. And I painted the base the same color brown as that. So here's my coffee table. The coffee table had a makeover as well. The coffee table had the same sides that the end tables have, but I took them off and actually got a whole new piece of wood to put on the top of it. And then I glued plank flooring on top of it, which is what I also did to the base of the china cabinet, to the bottom shelf of the china cabinet. And the bottom on this is the same color as the china cabinet. So that's what I did with this. So here we have another tray like the one over in the keeping room. These two candle holders came from Aldi's. I think the set was $12 or $14. It's got a little bowl that had candy in it. From Marshall's or Home Goods for $7.99. So I just have that sitting there. I've got Tic-Tac-Toe that I just bought from Walmart. That was $11. Some of these little votive things that I got from Walmart with a little decor book. And then I've got one of those little stands that I had made just sitting there. That way we can pull it up to the couch when we're drinking coffee and having toast or whatnot in the morning. So that's that. There are two little cozy rockers. Over here, my two Amazon shelves on each side of the fireplace. Now the fireplace just had a makeover as well. I wanted something a little more higher end than the original one that I had did when we first moved in. When we first moved in, when I made this fireplace wall, I did it out of wood. I did the bottom here, and it was smaller than this, and I had painted it. The mantle was smaller, and I had painted that also. I wanted wood to match the beam that I had put up and stained. So I did the same to match over here. So that's what happened there. And I got these, I forget what they're called. Shelf things anyways. But I put those there just to make it look a little more fancy. And then this is also where I put the plank flooring. I actually glued that on the back part to just give it some more warmth and more of a rustic look. And Amazon, I ordered down lights for up here from Amazon. So when the lights are off, this whole part here will light up. I've got a little Red Ryder old book sitting there. My little dog likes to lay there on that blanket. Over here, I have a vase with another one of those stars. A little Christmas bell. Some little mittens hanging. Up here, this came from Aldi's for, I believe it was $12.99. That reminds me of my childhood. Have the TV on a winter scene screensaver. So pretty. Over on my shelf. Again, I like vintage type things that remind me of my childhood, and that's what that does. Along with this little photo. There's a little tree behind it. My photo frame. Now over here, this was a Hobby Lobby stand. I don't remember how much it was. But this was a lighter wood, and I stained it to match my other things. This was white, and I just stained that as well. Got two little drawers in it. Another placemat from Hobby Lobby. And the candle was $20 from Aldi's, and I love it. How pretty is that? And it's large. And this is my mirror that I got from a lawn sale for $10. But yeah, I just love that little setup. I think it's very cute. And a $20 rug from Amazon. And that's the living room. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this is some inspiration for you for decorating for Christmas.